A Skyclaw pack leaped into the air, their contrails all twisting and engines aglow, the promise of glory on their lips. The Havoc diced them in the air with their chain guns, bullets the size of his gauntlets finger shattering the bodies of his warriors, so they fell to the deck as carcasses of meat and metal. Only one reached Abaddon. The Arch-Heretic impaled the incoming Skyclaw on his great sword before ripping the body off with his talon and throwing it aside. Then he whirled to meet the Bloodclaws, smashing into them with his broad-shoulder pauldron and sweeping low, severing 5 legs into a single strike. "Leave them to their word," Longtooth said. "Do not let them be slain for nothing." Bloodhowl cut his jump engines, dropped to his ceramite boots. "Assault boats," he bellowed. "Get in the assault boats! Do not fight them! All who survive alight to the Blackstone Fortress!" He leapt down among the crowd, grabbed the running guardsman with the flamer tanks, and shoved him towards the transport. Board and fire engines with haste! Already 2 assault boats had lifted, one in panic, its front hatch still open. Those inside scrambled to find the manual override before they reached the hangar and died in the void. Sven Bloodhowl had never run from a fight. He walked instead, shouting, encouraging, letting it be seen that he himself stepped onto one of the assault boats and led the door for those that were close enough. More wanted to get on the ship than could be taken. Behind their matte green helmets he could see the hulking shoulders and trophy rack of Abaddon approaching. Sork knew an unholy hymn from its multitudinous mouths, crimson light baiting his face from within the armor. Then Bloodhowl seized the hatchet's interior handle and closed it, yelling over the protesting moan of its stressed hydraulics that it was time to be away. As they lifted, the Wolflord got a glimpse of Ezekiel Abaddon in the thick of the fight. Death in armor, demonic energies boiling about him, cutting the life threads of every mortal who came on close. Engaging 9 Astartes at once, from chapters so mixed there was no 2 among them with the same heraldry. One he killed with his demon blade, another he speared with Horus's talons, then blew the body off with the gauntlet's bolter. On his left, a Bloodclaw with a reaving chainsword stepped in past the probing tip of his 12-foot sword and its sea of faces. For a bare instant it looked as though the young Firehowler might land a blow destined to be chanted off in the sagas, but the despoiler punched forward with the hilt of his weapon and rammed the barred handguard through the Bloodclaw's cranium like an owl. When Abaddon swept the sword sideways to parry another blow, he ripped the Bloodclaw's head from his neck, with a tearing of flesh and stretching of tendons. And in looking, Bloodhowl knew a truth he had never known before. The galaxy was full of those who called themselves Warmasters. But this was a true master of war. The Astartes stood firm, but their blades broke on him, and he murdered them like livestock before the column of lightning slammed down around him once again, and he was gone. Yet he must have left something behind, for as the assault boat broke shipyard atmosphere and banked around on its headling, the flight deck of the hangar bay exploded into space with an expanding ball of flame that caused Bloodhowl to think of naught but the fire breather, the great wolf-mawed volcano on Fenris.